an emergency live stream. Please stand by for a Smitty announcement. Alert! Alert! This is an emergency live stream. Please stand by for a Smitty announcement. Alert! Alert! This is an emergency live stream. Please stand by for a Smitty announcement. Alert! Alert! This is an emergency live stream. Please stand by for a Smitty announcement. Alert! Alert! This is an emergency live stream. Please stand by for a Smitty announcement. Alert! Alert! This is an emergency live stream. Please stand by for a Smitty announcement.
Live from the FantasyFootballShow.com studios, it's the Fantasy Football Show. Live! Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern.
What is going on, good people? It is Thursday. It is the start of the 2022 Week 1 Fantasy Football and NFL season. I'm here for it. We've got all of your breaking news right now. If you're on Instagram, jump over to YouTube. Link is in my description. Appreciate everybody being here on IG over in the corner, peeping over in the corner, kind of weird like. I appreciate all of you. I appreciate all of you. I work for you. It's time to get to the news, and then we're going to get into all kinds of start bench and trade questions and Thursday Night Football countdown. Here's the news.
From the FantasyFootballShow.com news desk, here is your breaking news.
All right, so let's get into the news. My IG people, my link is in the bio for the YouTube show. You can obviously watch here for as long as I have the show streaming from my phone as well. If you got any questions, I'll try to look over on the IG side. Lamar Jackson is ready to play out his rookie contract, absent a massive amount of guarantees and extension talks. This is kind of crazy that has come to this. Let me pull up the news wire as well and make sure there's nothing kicking off right now on the news wire as we speak. But yeah, Lamar Jackson looking like he's going to play 2022 without this extension we've been hearing about. Now, part of this is Lamar's fault, okay? I know everybody thinks, okay, cut him some slack. Him and his mom know what they're doing. Yeah, you heard me right. I said mom. Him and his mom are handling this. He doesn't have an agent. His mom and him are basically the combination of his agent decision-making situation. And that is not a good idea if you are a player that's going into talks with a team and trying to get the best and most optimal deal for you and your family. And I know everybody thinks, oh, it's going to work out. You watch, he'll get the greatest deal. You'll see, Smitty. But the Ravens would probably pay the amount of money in fees that would go to the agent if Lamar would just come to the table. So it's ridiculous to think that, oh, Lamar's trying to save a buck here. I bet you anything the Ravens would say, here, let's get this deal done. I'm sorry, my mic is totally amped up. Let's get this deal done and get you out onto the field, Lamar. Let's ink you and keep you here. I think Lamar's kind of skeptical of actually staying because the Ravens continue to do strange things like get rid of his number one wide receiver, which they talked to him about, but he was even shocked when it happened, kind of. And when it finally went down, he didn't want his number one wide receiver to go elsewhere, to go to the Arizona Cardinals, I might add. But it's like one thing after another. Then they changed the offense. They do this, they do that. Remember when they tried to force Lamar not to run? He ended up having a really, really bad season until he reverted back to being a running first, quarterback, essentially. Now they decide to do that again with the offense. They're going to go more run heavy. And my prediction is this will get things a little off kilter at the very beginning of the season. He also put on 18 pounds, Lamar Jackson, which is never a good idea when you're used to playing at a certain weight to put on 18 lbs and go out there and think that's going to improve matters. If anything, it's going to put him in a bigger position to get hurt because you're hitting the ground 18 pounds heavier. You go try putting on a 15-pound meat suit, 18-pound meat suit, and start jumping up and down on the ground over and over. Tell me how easy it is to get up each time. It may absorb hits upright a little better, sure. Obviously, there's some rhyme or reason to it, to go in 18 pounds heavier. I don't think it's going to work out well for Lamar. I don't think this offense should go run heavy. I don't think they're going to have they're going to have the rapport they need with this wide receiver room. Bateman, 500 yards and a TD to his name. This isn't the exact situation I would want for Lamar walking into week one. So I'm a little skeptical of the entire situation. I think Lamar partly wants to play out. He's mentioned before, I'd like to get franchise tagged, then get franchise tagged again, then come in and get a long-term deal. Which one would argue maybe there's maybe there's something to that, because like if he gets that franchise tag money, and the value of quarterback keeps going up and up and up, maybe he's hitting that sweet spot of getting that big deal at the right time. I'm not saying it might not work. My mic's a little low now. I think we're pumping up pretty good decibels there. Michael K. CPA, appreciate you, good buddy. Michael K. CPA is the highest super chat of the year, 512 in a single live stream. $512 in a single live stream. That's my boy right there. Gabe Davis, 10 to 12 TD upside, says James. Look, Gabe Davis is going to have a day today. You own Gabe Davis, make sure he's in your lineup. I don't want to hear. I got a question over here. Castillo is dropping the worst of all questions here. Gabe Davis or Allen Robinson? That's a tough one because, I mean, you got to decide tonight. And you're not sure which one you want to roll with. I'm going Gabe Davis. I absolutely love Gabe Davis. I think A-Rob could be good, but he's in a situation where we don't know what we're getting out of A-Rob is. In a situation where we don't know what we're getting out of A-Rob. You know what I'm saying? We don't know fully what we're getting out of A-Rob. And this is his first time in this offense getting run out onto the field. And you know what you got in Gabe Davis. You know what you got in Gabe Davis. Gabe Davis is the pick. Gabe Davis or Hollywood Brown, that is a take-a-lap question, Castillo. I like Hollywood Brown, but you throw Gabe Davis out there. It's Thursday Night Football. You got to really sit Gabe Davis tonight. Come on, Castillo. Take a look. It's actually not a horrible question, but anyway. Appreciate you, Castillo. Okay, so Lamar Jackson probably looking like, I mean, maybe they do a deal today. Maybe this deal comes down at midnight. Maybe the deal ends up happening over the weekend. Maybe this is Lamar Jackson playing tough. Like, you don't do a deal now, I'm not doing it, period. So Lamar could be pushing a deal to get done just by playing a little hardball. I don't know. Maybe he signs the biggest quarterback contract in the history and everyone's like, see, you made fun of him and his mom. His mom knows what he's doing. Maybe his mom picks up more players and becomes an agent. And a lot of people reach out to Lamar's mom. Hey, do you have any room for me to jump on board? Can you represent me? I'm going to go ahead and drop Drew Rosenhaus and we'll come on over to Team Miss Jackson. Okay, you got room? Good. Okay, maybe everybody's going over. Maybe everybody's going over. Thank you for the super chat, Rock Out. I'm piling these super chats right here. Avi, appreciate you. And let's get to the rest of this news, and then we're going to jump to these super chats. Did I get I got Avi's on screen. I got Saeed's. Okay, we're good to go. So Lamar Jackson, I'm predicting a little bit of a disappointing beginning to the season, but that's me. Chris Godwin expects to be a game-time decision. Nobody should have even went after Chris Godwin at the cost of entry anyway. I was telling you to stay away from this guy. He's not ready for week one. He's going to run himself out there and potentially cause some more injury, other lower leg or lower body injuries, soft tissue injuries, coming back from an ACL tear. Traditionally, it's a rough road back the first year. More so with running backs than wide receivers, but this guy's one of the most injury-prone players in football. So I'm clearly staying away from him. It's not smart. It's not smart management, league management. It's not smart business to draft a guy in round 4 or 5 or 6 that literally may not be ready for week one. One of the most injury-prone players in fantasy football. It's just a complete avoid for me. George Kittle, groin, unlikely to play week one. This man can't stay healthy. He can't stay healthy. And it's a shame because he's one of the most talented tight ends in the National Football League. You could argue the most talented in terms of like blocking and value to his team. And now he's going to sit out week one when Trey Lance needs him the most. They're having problems anyway, with blocking, and he's a major part of the blocking in San Francisco. So what a disaster, for week one. And Kittle, I don't know what his problem is, but he's always banged up. It's very disappointing. It's very hard to draft him. This is why he was kind of on the fence of like a guy like him in the round 5, like 5.10 to 6.2 range in fantasy. It feels such like a good value, but I'm worried about taking him even there. He's a mixed bag of worry and upside, and clearly we're getting a big dose of the risk and downside of even drafting him at 5.10. J.K. Dobbins, week one status is expected to be decided Friday. This is another complete avoid for me, and I still completely avoid him. I trade him if I've got him. There's no reason to believe that J.K. Dobbins is going to stay healthy when he's rushing back on the same course of treatment that Barkley was on, the same blueprint from his ACL year one back. Barkley rushing back, not ready, hitting the field unprepared, and your knee's not ready. Your knee's not ready, swelling, missing practice, trying to get right while you're playing a game every single week. It's a complete avoid. A complete avoid. Sell him high any chance you get. Here's another injury risk. The guy that I've been avoiding left and right, he's already hurt. McCaffrey, shin, practice in full on Thursday, but he's already banged up. Hopefully he can stay healthy. Doesn't sound like it's one of those things that's going to hold him out or anything, but like he's already banged up. The guy's been through the ringer, been the most percentage of his team's offense for a number of years, probably in the last decade, if I had to guess. And I don't have those stats in front of me, but he's usually like the most percentage of his offense every single year when he's on the field or when he's playing in a game. And I imagine the amount of seasons he's done that for are astronomical. Like there's no running back or player that has been a higher percentage of their team's offense and offense than this guy right here. He's been overworked to the extreme. Overworked to the extreme. If McCaffrey makes it out of 2022 playing even all but 2 games, I will be extremely shocked. I definitely feel like this guy's a complete avoid or trade away, because the reason you need to trade him is because you can get the world for him. You can get the world for him. He's back. He's obviously not missing the game. You can still trade him high. You go and get a Swift and a big wide receiver that may be undervalued. You go and you get a Javonte Williams and a wide receiver that's undervalued. It wouldn't shock me at all if you could go get a A.J. Brown and Javonte for Christian McCaffrey, which I would punch that deal all day long. I would punch that all day long. Give it to me. Give me that deal all day long. Kyle, appreciate your super chat. Rico, appreciate your super chat. I'll throw that on the screen. Thank you so much. I think I got everybody's on here accounted for. Rock out. I think I got rock out, so I'll put it on there just in case I don't. Avi, I got Avi sitting there. Kyle, appreciate you. Here's another one. Lazard did not practice Thursday. It's looking like Dobbs' season is going to get kicked off real early. He wasn't high on the depth chart. Well, guess what? It's time your number's called, Dobbs. Get out on the field. If Lazard sits, Dobbs could start as early as we thought he could have weeks ago, and then we kind of got a little damper of news that got, bestowed upon us that said, he's like 4th or 5th on the depth chart, maybe the wide receiver 4. And it's like, what happened to this whole A-Rod talking up Dobbs, season? And now with Lazard already banged up, Lazard's not going to be the reliable one there. He's not. He's already missing time. Probably won't play. It's going to be Dobbs. Dobbs is going to get thrown to the fire, thrown to the wolves, and Dobbs is going to mature real quick in that situation. So I'm excited about Dobbs, not Dobbins, Dobbs. And so Lazard, where's the Lazard news? Didn't I just put the Lazard news up? Why is the Lazard news gone? Here it is. So Lazard not practicing. Dobbs season might kick off soon. Stay away from JK. Michael Thomas, limited on Thursday, hamstring. What have I told you about Michael Thomas? What have I told you about ACL injuries? They lead their first, or ACL, deltoid injuries. ACL, deltoid, and Achilles. They're not, these injuries, the injury that Mike Thomas had, which is, where's my foot? Where's my foot when you need it? The injury that Mike Thomas had, which is right here, and he had surgery to repair and try and get these. Every time this guy stepped, kind of like a high ankle sprain. Every time you step, it feels like these bones are separating right here. The pain is very excruciating. And when you feel like when you step and explode, and this is what Mike Thomas had, that these two bones are going to separate. Every time you step and try and explode, it feels so painful that you alter the way you step. You try and change the way you explode. And for him to get back to form after that kind of situation for 2 years, the likelihood of him having another injury, same thing with an ACL running back like J.K. Dobbins, or a potential Achilles recovery like James Robinson or Cam Akers, the likelihood of another injury re-emerging or emerging for the first time or re-emerging is extremely high. Mike Thomas suffering hamstring injuries for a reason. It's compensation related. Compensation related to not fully trusting his foot ankle area. Compensation related because he hasn't played football in 2 years essentially, right? So he's going to go out there with potential lingering other injuries, compensation injuries, not knowing how his ankle foot is going to hold up, and he's going to go out there full go. J.K. Dobbins isn't ready for week 1, but he's going to go out there full go. People expect J.K. to stay healthy, going out there, getting hit with helmets to the knee, swelling all over the place, cutting left and right, having 300, 400-pound linemen drive him to the ground. Does anybody think J.K. Dobbins is practicing having 300-pound linemen jump on his back? Does anybody think that that's something that happens in practice? It doesn't. They're not going to practice that one time. He's going to go out and get completely blasted up the gut, A gap, B gap. Let me just run through. If JK plays, it's going to be minimal. And it's going to be a low workload for the first month if they even want to keep him on the field. Mike Thomas, trade him away. Sell him high. If you got him really cheap, if you can't sell him high, you ride the wave. But Mike Thomas is not somebody that should be in any position other than your wide receiver 3-4 spot, which he has decent upside and value there if that's where you bought him and that's where you have him slotted. Yeah, Dobbins is a total avoid. Andy, appreciate your super chat. I'm going to throw it right here. Damien Pierce officially named the starting running back for the Houston Texans. I mean, this has been known. It's Captain Obvious stuff at this point, but this team is backing him in ways that you wish other teams would back other players. Like, you wish Breece Hall would get this kind of support. I know there's no competition in Houston for the starting running back role, but the way that this is handled is the way you want it handled for every rising star running back that's awaiting the anointing. You know, even the Javonte Williams and Breece Halls of the world. You expect this kind of coaching support because it puts confidence and instills confidence in the young guy. And Damien Pierce anointed, and before we give him the standing ovation, it is he's earned an opportunity to lead us, says Smith said Wednesday. It was, and then what else did he say here? He's earned the right to line up there with the ones. The first snap, I'm anxious to see him play. We're all anxious to see Damien Pierce play. It's Damien Pierce season, baby. Appreciate you, IG. Get on over to YouTube so you can get the full engrossed effect of all that we're doing here on the channel. Okay, we're live Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern, Instagram. You should know this by now. Damien Pierce should be starting. I know the matchup is tough. I understand that the guy's got a pretty significantly tough matchup against the Colts, but guess what? He's going to be fed. And everybody that says, oh, Smitty, it's the Houston Texans. They just stink. You really like Damien Pierce? What do you think? I'm blowing smoke up your rear end? Do you think I'm not being honest when I say I love Damien Pierce and he's going to be an absolute monster, top 12 running back in 2022? Do you think I'm saying that for fun? Why do you come to me, Bob, and say, okay, but really, do you really like him, Smitty, or are we worried about him? We're not worried about him, Bob. I just told you. Damien Pierce season's here. Get ready, buckle up, and this matchup doesn't scare me. The fact that the Texans are, this bad team doesn't scare me. The Texans will be a lot better than you think, Bob. A lot better than you think. The Texans can move the football down the field. The Texans may not make the playoffs, Bob, but they can beat any single team at any moment, at any time. And Davis Mills is a very underrated quarterback. Nico Collins is a very underrated wide receiver. Brandon Cooks has been undervalued by even me over and over and over again. And this kid, Damien Pierce, is going to come out and set the league on fire. And you're worried about the Texans moving down the field. Oh, yeah, they're not going to score. They're going to be playing from behind. Just wait. The Texans are going to impress a lot of people. And it's going to be kind of fun to watch everybody walk back all their negativity as it relates to this team. Now we're going to get to these super chats. I appreciate everybody dropping them. Let's put them over here, and then let's get to them. Noah with the $5 hauler. Noah says, with CMC already dinged up, is it worth trading a Kamara plus to get him to win now, or ride Kamara? They're both kind of got risk, bro. You have injury risk to CMC. It's there. Whether you want to disagree or not, whether you're a super Christian McCaffrey fan and you're going to come in and say, fix your tone. You're startling me, says David. Appreciate you, David. David gets really startled very quickly. Noah, I think I would probably say that it's a mixed bag for both of them. McCaffrey's got the injury risk. Alvin Kamara's not out of the woods by any means. That full video gets leaked and it's over for Alvin Kamara. He's pulled from the field immediately. That video is very, very gruesome. And unless people are wrong about the video, then you're in trouble. You're in trouble. Appreciate the super chat. Noah, you are the man, the myth, the legend. Noah, appreciate you. Second flex, Singletary, Olave, MVS, pick one. I'm probably going to go Singletary tonight, rock out. But that's tough. That's a tough call. I probably just roll. Olave, I don't trust yet. You got to wait and see on those things. $2 hauler from Rico. Rico says, Joe, Javonte, Breece Hall, Debo, Brown, St. Brown, Pickens, and Pierce, Walker. Very solid team, Rico. I like it. You're going to ball out this year. Congratulations. Be patient with Breece Hall. Don't get mad. Don't give up on him. We got a $10 hauler. We got a $10 hauler from...
$10 plus super chat.
$10 hauler from Kyle. Kyle, appreciate you, good buddy. He says 12-team team. Now after my trade yesterday, Kyler Murray, Najee Harris, Damien Pierce, Lamb, A.J. Brown, Deontay Goddard, and benches Rachaad White. Guys on Instagram, I'll try and get to your questions here in a little bit here. Gabe Davis, Hollywood Brown, St. Brown, pick 2. Put Hollywood on the bench. It's a tough one. Chark or Singletary? Singletary. I'm not going with Chark yet. Let's let Chark prove he's potentially going to do what everybody thinks he's going to maybe do this year again. Everybody getting back on the Chark bandwagon real quickly. He's got more to prove, in my opinion. Okay. So this team right here, Kyler, Najee, Damian Pierce, Lamb, A.J. Brown, Deontay, Goddard, bench is Rachaad White, Zamir White, B-Rob. I like it a lot. The only thing I'd even consider trying to upgrade at all would be Deontay Johnson. And you don't really have anything yet that's climbed up in value to trade him. So, like, if Zamir White gets in there and starts starting, or Rachaad White, then you have something to work with. I love everything else, and there's nothing to move. You have a really good team, at least an 8 out of 10. And the only reason I leave room for improvements is because you're going to hit that waiver wire like no other, right? You're not going to let anybody get 2022's version of Eli Mitchell, right? Don't let anybody grab that player. You need to grab that. This message goes for everybody on IG. This goes for everybody on YouTube. Do not. I want you to raise. I'm gonna saint you right now with the mallet. I want you to raise your right hand. I, so and so, Bob, will not allow anybody to out waiver wire me this year. I'm gonna saint you right now. I will make sure to grab the 2022 version of Eli Mitchell. I will watch every one of Smitty's weekly waiver wire shows. I will be the guy that picks up that person that can win a league. I will not let my opponent grab the Eli Mitchell of 2022. Sometimes grabbing that Eli Mitchell of 2022 is more about preventing your opponent from getting one up on you. And if you let them grab the Eli Mitchell, then they have a better team. So it's almost defense as much as it's offense. Plus, you want to have that trade piece or that lineup piece. Everybody, you have now been sainted a waiver wire night, and I want you to go out there and protect the realm from all of the waiver wire vultures and make sure you are the one that has the player. You are the one who knocks on the waiver wire. Avi with a $2 hauler. Stat line tonight. Let's go for A-Rob. 5 catches, 60 yards, 1 TD. Pretty good line. Pretty good line. I like that line, right? That's not bad. Flex to a Singletary. Thank you, Rock Out, for that super chat. $5 hauler from who is this? Saeed. Question. Drake London, he's banged up and very questionable for the game if he even plays. And Njoku for 2022 and 2024 first rounder. That's a dynasty question. I'd probably say no because 2024 is so far out there. And I don't care about Njoku at all. But I feel like the 2024 first I could maybe use, but can I use it like I could use Drake London in a trade? Don't give up on Drake London just because he's going to be potentially out week 1 or hampered week 1. I'm gonna say no on that one. If you know it's going to be like a top 4 pick, which you can't know in 2024, I'd maybe contemplate getting the pick. I would take whatever gives you more trade value, and I imagine it's going to be Drake London. Thank you for the super chat. Brozik says, trade Hunt for Henderson and Ayuk or for Devontae Smith straight up. I trade Hunt for Devontae Smith straight up. I love Devontae Smith as a wide receiver 3 in 2022. Definitely go get our boy Devontae. Go get our boy Devontae. I like Kareem Hunt. An injury happens, he could ball out. Problem Bless with a $10
plus super chat.
Appreciate you, Problem. Problem says, great show. Smash the like button. I need help. Drafted 10-team PPR last night, the 4 spot, and I took 3 running backs off the top. I normally don't like that strategy, but I absolutely love your 3 running backs, and I would have done the same thing. JT, Swift, and Javonte. How can you pass on that? And not to mention, you got A.J. Brown, DK Metcalf, and St. Brown. Probably the 3 most ideal wide receivers you could get in that situation. I would have. How did you even do that in a 10-team league? Honestly, were people even breathing? Did they have a pulse in that league? Because in a 10-teamer, I know it's not 12, but in a 10-teamer, that is the most difficult to acquire team I've seen probably in the last week. And I've seen thousands of rosters, bro. I've seen at least 1,000 plus rosters, and no more than that. I think I've seen like a couple hundred per show, like 300 or 400 per show. So I've probably seen like 5,000 rosters in the last week. That's probably not an exaggeration. That's one of the better rosters I've seen, period, on from a 10-team league. There's nothing to do. Wait on that team. Wait on it. I don't know what you need. You need help for what? Let me know what the question is, but what do you need help for? Your team's an absolute monster. JT Swift, couldn't help myself. Also, AJ Brown. I don't know what problem. You need help because you're asking, how do I spend my winnings? I think is what Problem wants to know. That's what he wants. Where do I spend my winnings? I would maybe consider going to thefantasyfootballshow.com, getting your lifetime membership, and kind of playing with the house's money at that point. Go to thefantasyfootballshow.com, get your bold predictions, your rankings, all that good stuff at thefantasyfootballshow.com. I might drop one more bold prediction for Sunday before Sunday's games. Obviously, I can't use anything from the Thursday night games because that wouldn't be right. But I still may drop one more bold prediction for the games that I've not yet played. Let's see here. James Cook or Dylan. Give me Dylan all day long, bro. That is an easy one. Joe dropping the $50 holler. We got a special button for Joe.
Alert.
We have a $50 plus super chatter in the house.
We got a special button. Actually, let's put that back on screen. We got a special button for Joe.
Alert.
We got a special button for people like Joe. Happy football season. Keep grinding, Smitty. Joe, I appreciate you, Joe. Joe's the man. Joe to the moon.
To the moon.
Unbelievable. We're going to put him in the corner right here. Thank you, Joe. Joe is a man. A man, a myth, a legend. Thielen or Amon-Ra St. Brown. Give me Amon-Ra. I'm not benching Amon-Ra for anybody. I'm sorry. I'm just not. I can't do it, IG. I can't do it. IG, hey man, play Allen Robinson over DK or Sutton. Those are all really close, bro. Trust your gut on that one. It's almost a coin flip, a 3-headed coin. I'd probably say, if it's me, Allen Robinson's tough to sit in this game because you're watching it, but make a smart decision for your roster. I would say A-Rob's safest, and he's playing tonight. It's so hard to put him on the bench. Gabe Davis or Rashad Bateman? Come on, is that really a question? Get Gabe Davis out there. What's Bateman proven? What's Bateman proven? I'm hitting the lap on that. You know what I'm saying? Bateman has had 500 yards and 1 TD, I believe, to his name. And you're asking, should you sit the man known as Gabriel Davis? No. That is not correct. What's up, Raj? Raj, I because I'm live on YouTube, I can't accept on there, but I can send you a link on YouTube if you want to jump on here. Otherwise, the YouTube channel can't hear it, and it wouldn't be a good YouTube TV. So let me know if you want on, Raj. Trying to trade Cooper Kupp for Chase and Pierce. I would take Chase and Pierce in a heartbeat. This isn't helping. I'm sorry, bro. You look a little distraught, but I think if you keep at it, you can accomplish anything. You're J.R. Deckard. You can do anything you set your mind to, JR. Don't listen to anybody else. This is a $10 holler.
$10 plus super chat.
Appreciate you, Deckard. Go get Jamar Chase and Pierce for Cooper Kupp in a heartbeat. $5 holler from Kevin, my man, the voicemail king. He leaves the longest voicemails you've ever heard in your life. They're painfully long, but he is a man on a mission when he needs his fantasy information. Do you think there is a chance Javonte can outscore CMC this year? Well, Kevin, the fact that I have Javonte quietly as my number one finishing running back in fantasy football, I'm going to say that's an affirmative. And I'm going to win the Fantasy Pros running back rankings contest because I've got Javonte number one, baby. Get ready for it. Number one, chew on that. Venture, what's up? A $2 hauler. Should I trade Dobbins and Mike Evans for Javonte? Only if you like winning, Venture. If you like winning, I would suggest you maybe go get Javonte using JK, I won't own him Dobbins, and Mike, I'm kind of injury prone Evans for Javonte, who literally is, in my opinion, the best running back in fantasy football. And he's about to break out all over the place. So Venture, take a lap. Then take an additional lap, a victory lap, Venture, for being such a magnificent person with a big brain that concocted a deal like this. And you're walking yourself to the promised land, Venture. Pat yourself on the back, young man. That's an amazing move right there. IG, what do we got over here on IG? Thoughts on Lance without Kittle? It doesn't. Look, I'm not excited about it. I think losing a blocker and your tight end, it's tough. And I think Kittle needs to figure it out. I'm sorry, tough love, but Kittle needs to figure it out. This is enough of him missing. You're gonna miss week 1, the most important game. What are you doing? What's your training look like? And I got a problem with the Niners always being banged up. Like, what's going on? Raj came in here and said that one time that the Niners don't stretch that much. There's got to be a correlation to why the Niners are always getting banged up. Jacob, McKissick, or Singletary. Give me Singletary, but I like McKissick a little bit, bro. I do. He's not bad this week. He's not bad. Andy says, was offered Travis Etienne for Tony Pollard. Come on, bro. Andy, come on.
To the moon.
Whoa, I hit the wrong button. Andy, I'm going to send you to the moon because you super chatted and you're a beast, and I appreciate you. This is tough love. You're going on a lap. Etienne over Pollard. I love Pollard, bro, but Pollard is not in the position he beat. Like, this is a conversation. If Zeke Elliott went down with a torn ACL and Pollard was the lone starter, then we're having a conversation about Etienne versus Tony Pollard. But you're getting Etienne right now. Go take a lap, then go get him. Actually, press the button, accept, then take your lap, then pat yourself on the back. Nice job, Andy. Great deal for you. I love Pollard, but that's a great deal you can't turn down. Carolina or Cleveland defense? Cleveland, probably. I think the majority of the entire world has Cleveland about 5 to 10 spots ranked above the Panthers, but I don't know, bro. Honestly, I think that could be really close, but I would say Cleveland, and I think everybody and their mother would agree, but it's just a matter of, maybe the Cleveland Browns offense is the one that's going to get all screwed up and off kilter. But at least they got Chubb that can run the ball. I have a feeling they're going to try and do as little as possible throwing, and so that's why I think that maybe the Browns defense will actually be the one forcing the Carolina Panthers to try and work their way back into the game. And we know Baker, interception maker, is very capable of some turnovers. So go ahead. You should go to Underdog Fantasy if you want to play any contest for tonight's game. Underdog Fantasy, promo code Smitty. There's no reason not to play Underdog right now. Play a Thursday night contest. Get in on the Thursday night action. Use promo code Smitty. Link is in the description of, in my bio on IG. The link is in the description, pinned in the live chat, and also that link is link is also in the description and in the live chat here. Let's see here. Super chat from Chris. Burrow, Javonte, Hall, Chase, AJ Brown, Goddard, Deontay, Bench, Eli, Walker, Dobbs. What do I do? What do you do? What do you mean? What do you do? Your team looks good. Chase, AJ Brown, Goddard, Deontay. I'd trade maybe Is that James Robinson or Allen Robinson? You got to put initials or I don't know, and I probably won't remember when you 5 minutes later in the chat say it's Allen Robinson. I'm going to say, what are you talking about, Chris? I don't even know what question that relates to. I try and trade Deontay. Trade Deontay. Would I explore trading Deontay and Hall for one bigger, better player? I would. Would I entertain trading Elijah Mitchell? I don't know if that's Elijah Mitchell or Elijah Moore. Chris, I'm not a mind reader, pal. I appreciate your super chat. I appreciate you. You are my boy, Blue. Okay? This is tough love, but I need more. I need at least a initial when we're talking about a player that multiple players share. Chris, I'm trying to give you the best advice possible. Elijah Moore and Deontay for one better player. Go get it done. That will help improve this team. Chris, go do it. Do it live. Hollywood, Thielen, Gabe Davis. Go, Gabe Davis. Let me see if there are any other super chats. Problem dropping another one. Problem, I appreciate you. Overcome dropping a super chat. Appreciate you. Dr. Smitty, I'm sick with the sore throat, fever, and the squirts. Any medication recommendation? Yes, David. My biggest recommendation to you is to get in a underdog fantasy contest tonight by using promo code Smitty. They match up to $100 of your initial deposit if you're new. Go over there. That is just what you need, David. It will help you out a ton. It'll help your tummy. Just having a couple best ball drafts, bro, right now. Go do it. Go do it, David. Get off the pot when you're done. Do it on the pot. You can do a draft on the pot, bro. It's underdog fantasy. You can do it anywhere. Mobile app is amazing. The mobile app can be taken anywhere. To the can, the latrine, whatever. Heating Up dropping a $5 hauler. Appreciate you heating up. Jacob, McKissick or Singletary. I said Singletary. Chris, I gave you your advice. Chris, go make that trade. Hollywood, Thielen or Gabe Davis. I got to that one. I think I'm caught up on this one. I'm caught up on the super chat. Zinski with another one. Waddle or Gabe Davis. You also have Diggs. I go Gabe Davis even if you have Diggs because Waddle's banged up right now. We don't know what to expect out of Waddle. Overcome with the $2 hauler. Higgins and Pierce for Lamb. Too much. Keep Higgins and Pierce. Lamb is good, but not that good. And that's coming from a big Lamb supporter, broski. So no, negative on that one. DK, safe, wide receiver 2. Ride Javonte at flex over St. Brown. Javonte at flex, problem? You've known me a long time, problem. I'm not hitting the take a lap button on this one, but don't ever use the word Javonte in flex position ever again, okay? I know you drafted that team you got where you got Swift and Najee, but you put some respect on Javonte's name. You get him out of your flex spot right now. I don't care who you got to throw in Najee. Throw Najee in the flex spot. Don't put Javonte in the flex spot. And DK, is he safe? Yeah, he's safe. He's got all the risk baked in. Geno Smith and DK actually have a good rapport. Don't worry about DK. DK is going to prove a lot of people wrong, and people coming out of week 1 are going to wish they didn't doubt this guy, and they're going to be really upset at themselves because DK was a steal. All of the risk was baked into DK's very, very nicely packaged ADP, and everybody that doubted him and said, what about his quarterback? But Smitty, what about his quarterback play? What about it? It's packaged into it. He's a 5th and 6th round pick. What more do you want? It's like the cashmere sweater on Seinfeld. It's got the red dot. They're giving it to you 90% off. You bought the cashmere sweater with the tiny little red dot. Somebody got a little marker dot on it. They didn't mean to, but they did. It's got a little red dot. It's a tiny dot. You can barely see it. You got the cashmere sweater 90% off, but you still go home and complain about the red dot. Why are you complaining? Why are you complaining about the quarterback situation? I'm not yelling at you, problem. I'm yelling at people that are still saying DK Metcalf. What about Smitty? What about his quarterback play? You got him at a 5th or 6th round value. What more do you want? What more can DK do for you? Roy, appreciate you, Roy. Zinski is the man. Problem Bless is the man. I appreciate Problem Bless. This one from Heating Up. Heating Up says, rate the team. 10-man, PPR, Burrow, Javonte, Damien Pierce. Love it, love it, love it. Jamar Chase, love it. You look like a man that has the tripod. You got Javonte, Burrow, Jamar Chase. What's the tripod, you ask?
The tripod, also likened to pyramids in ancient Egypt, are constructed using Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and Javonte Williams.
Yeah, so tripod season is in full effect, and this man right here has the tripod. Perfect execution of the tripod. Burrow, Javonte, Jamar Chase, and you get Damien Pierce, and you get Mooney, and you get Kyle Pitts. That's a quad pod, bro. I don't even have a button for that. I got to create it. A quad pod getting Kyle Pitts. What are you playing with? 9 grandmas, bro? 10-man league? Yeah, right. 10 grandma league, bro. Absolute smash your draft. I don't even know what to tell you or advise you. You know, you might as well just drop the mic and get on out of here. Walk over to League Safe and get your advance on your all the entry fees. You should tell your team, hey, why don't we just redraft right now? You pay me half the money and we'll have a little fun. Have a new redraft. That's what I'd tell them. Roy with a super chat. Hey, Smitty, can't decide on which wide receiver to start because Cortland Sutton, Gabe Davis, A-Rob, Ayuk, Hopkins. And then you got your running backs are Javonte, Aaron Jones, Javonte Williams, ETN, very good running backs. Maybe make a trade, though. You got 3 running backs, and you got ETN on the bench. You know, if you can't start all 4, if you can start all 4, then keep them. But if you can't, you want to trade either Aaron Jones for an elite wide receiver and get ETN into that lineup, or trade ETN, or trade Taylor, which everyone's going to say, why would you trade Taylor? Because you can get Swift or Javonte. You already get Javonte. You could get Swift in there and maybe get an elite wide receiver on top of it, like A.J. Brown. Would I take Swift and A.J. Brown for CMC? In a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. A.J. Brown and Swift for CMC, or for CMC or Henry or JT. I would do that. You don't necessarily need to make that trade. I'm just saying if someone overpays, your best course of action is to maybe get rid of one of those running backs like ETN or Aaron Jones for an elite wide receiver. But I would say picking your wide receivers, I'll rank them in order. I'm going to say Sutton, Gabe Davis, A-Rob, then Brandon Ayuk in that order. I hope that helps. Appreciate you. Your team is absolutely solid. People get so mad when I say explore trading Jonathan Taylor. As if he's untouchable. As if Swift and an A.J. Brown wouldn't make you trade Jonathan Taylor. It would make me trade Jonathan Taylor. I don't care if I like my team. I would trade Jonathan Taylor because I think the gap between JT and Swift and JT and Javonte and JT and Najee, if he stays healthy, is not that far. I think we're so used to JT being cemented into the 1.1, we think he's untouchable. We think he's some sort of like X number of levels above every other running back in round 1. I don't feel that way. I don't feel that way at all. Raj, I'm going to send you a link real quick. If anybody wants to hop in for just a brief moment, we can ask Raj about Kittle. You can jump in briefly on Kittle. See if Raj wants to jump in real quick and talk about Kittle. But Gabe Davis or DK or ETN at the flex, that's a real tough one. Can I get a vote on that one from the group? Let's do groupthink on this one. Groupthink, DK, Gabe Davis, or ETN. What are we doing here? Kind of feel like the safest route might be Gabe Davis, potentially. ETN and DK have a mix of high upside, high reward because they both have situations we don't quite know what we're getting into with ETN, the offense and the flow of everything, and DK, quarterback situation, all that. So, like, those are packaged into their ADP, certainly. But Gabe Davis has a tiny, tiny bit more security, you could say. Security. But if you like dice rolls, ETN's kind of an exciting dice roll. I'm not going to lie, Israel. I'm not going to lie. That feels like a really solid dice roll. We got Who Dat, What That, Germ, and Landon dropping super chats. We got this guy spamming in here. Hi 100 times. Bro, we get it. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Never say things twice. Never say things twice. Never say things twice. Drip with super. Money with the super. And Roy, I think I got to Roy's super. We got Raj coming in real quickly. Raj, let me add you here real quick. And we'll talk about, let's see here. Let me see. I got Raj coming in here. Hey, Raj, what's up, my man?
Yo, what's up, Smitty? What's up, everybody? How we doing, baby? Game day.
We're good. We got business to get to.
Yeah.
Kittle.
Yeah.
Kittle. What is wrong? What's going on, man? This is not good news. You know,
Yeah,
it's not good for Trey. It's not good for the offense. I mean, let's just be real. Like, he's a big part of the blocking offensive line are a big issue for Trey going into this game. It's got me worried. It's got me more worried than I thought it would be because I thought we're just dealing with the groin injury that can maybe linger in the year. Now he's missing week 1. Like, what's going on?
Yeah, so let me pull up all the information. I'll give you all the information. So, Aaron Wilson today, he works for Pro Football Network. Aaron Wilson, big NFL reporter, he reported that 49ers tight end George Kittle's groin injury is not good. There's a contingency plan. Basically, Charlie Warner, Ross Dwelly, Tyler Kroft would have to come in if he's going to miss a game. The signs are likely pointing to him not playing for this game. The 49er reporters today noted that he missed his second day of practice. Week 1, missing your first 2 days of practice. Obviously, that's not a good sign. We will wait until tomorrow's official injury report to figure out what his status is. Right now, he's probably questionable based on what it looks like. This is an injury that can linger. It can become worse. We don't want it to, so they might hold him out for precautionary measures. So you're right, Smitty. This could become something that's a little worrisome because Kittle's important in the run game. He catches the ball a lot, and you want him to build that rapport with Trey Lance. I feel like this might become something that we got to really monitor. Obviously, right now, there's no official reports. It's just this report from Aaron Wilson. It's nothing official from the team, but it is something we need to keep an eye on. He didn't practice today for the second day in a row. This happened on Monday's practice, so it's relatively new. It's not like he's just going to be able to rest it out a few days and iron it out and come to practice on Sunday or play on Sunday. Kittle can. He doesn't need to necessarily have practice to play well, but the thing that they're saying is the groin injury is affecting him during his top speed. Like, it's affecting him to get that top speed. He needs to go and run his brakes. So that's definitely a big issue. So his status is definitely in question. And if he can't go out there and explode on his brakes, that's really going to affect what Kittle could do. So they might just
real quickly,
they might have to hold him out. Yeah.
Real quickly, let me ask you this, and I'm going to ask these 2 questions, then I got to roll back to these super chats because they're piling up here. But I'll say, can you give me an update, a quick update on Debo and his and the risk level of Debo's injury moving forward, not just for this week, and then Mitchell's risk injury for this week and moving forward. So both those guys from a long-term and short-term perspective.
So I think this week they should be okay. Obviously, they both had issues that were, little soft tissue stuff that happens, and that's what happens with the Niners. I feel like they don't stretch enough. I've said it before. I've been in training camp many times. I don't think they stretch enough. But Elijah Mitchell had the whole preseason. He didn't really do much. They let him rest. He's had the extra 2 weeks after the preseason. I think he's going to be okay. I don't think he has any risk of injury. But the problem with Elijah Mitchell and any running back in the Niners offense is they run the ball a lot, and they're always going to be at risk for some type of injury. He might miss a few games. He missed 6 games last year. I think right now, early on, I don't think there's any risk for Elijah Mitchell missing any game time against Bears. I have Elijah Mitchell becoming a big-time play this week against the Bears. I think he's going to have over 100 yards rushing, maybe 2 touchdowns. It's going to be a running game. It's going to be a defensive game. You want to establish the run to help Trey Lance. It's going to be raining. I think maybe in a few weeks, Mitchell might miss a few games. I think he'll miss 2 games this year. Debo, I love the guy. He's always at risk for injury because of the style he plays. They use him at every position. They let him run the ball, throw the ball, catch the ball. I mean, he returns kicks. He's going to get hurt and miss a game, at least 1 this year. I think early on, he's okay. But without Kittle, the more Kittle doesn't play, the more strain and pressure you have on Debo. So I say about a 10 to 15 chance for Mitchell to miss games in the next few weeks. I think Debo has also about a 10 to 15 chance to miss games.
You heard it there from Raj, our Niner insider. No question about it. My go-to for the Niner stuff. Raj, I got to jump to this stuff, but guys, go follow Raj on YouTube, youtube.com/RSF49ers. He's doing all kinds of, obviously he's going to be Niner geared. So if you're a Niner fan at all, or you just want to be up to date on players like Debo and Mitchell and Kittle and all that, go follow my boy Raj. Raj, appreciate you, my man.
Hey, thanks for letting me hop on, man. Have a good rest of your show. Let's go Bills, baby.
Yeah, later. Definitely Bills. Definitely Bills. Appreciate Raj jumping on. I feel you guys. Thank you. It's between Godwin and him and Godwin. Between who and Godwin? You better not be considering Godwin in your lineup, bro. No. Nick with the super chat. Nick says half PPR flex. London, McKenzie, or Dobbs. London might not play. McKenzie, That's tough. That's tough. I would say. Let's look up McKenzie real quick and just make sure we're feeling good. I mean, everything's on track for him, but McKenzie active for week 1, wasn't in doubt. Dobbs, I don't know about Dobbs because Lazard could be out, and then Dobbs all of a sudden goes out there and has this baller. It's going to be spread around, number of different wide receivers, trying to feature different guys in different spots. Go McKenzie. Go McKenzie. That's a tough call, though. That's a tough call. I'm not going to lie. These 2 super chats coming in. Let me get these out of the way. Traded Mitchell, Higgins for Javonte and Elijah Moore. Mitchell and Higgins for Javonte, Elijah Moore. Big win. Love that trade. Congratulations.
You've just been Smitty approved.
Unbelievable. QB Lance, wide receiver Adam, CD, Waddle, Elijah Moore, Dobbs, Wilson, Hall. Trades. I would say Lance, Adam, CD, Waddle. Who are your running backs? Hall, CD. Little light on the running backs. JK's not. I would try and trade JK away. JK and Waddle for one better player would be my objective for you. I think that would put you in a good position. At least a better position. We've got this super chat from Deckard again, dropping a $10 holler again.
$10 plus super chat.
Deckard, $10 super chat. Deckard, appreciate you, good buddy. Deckard's question is 1 QB, 2 wide receivers, 2 running backs, 1 tight end flex rate. Who would you start second year doing fantasy? Year 1 listening to you. Appreciate you. Rodgers, Tua, go Rodgers. Javonte Williams, Gibson, Etienne, go Javonte and Etienne. Wide receivers are Kupp, Metcalf, and who's that? Sky Moore. Go Metcalf, Kupp, and if you got to start 3 wide receivers, you start Sky Moore. Go Schultz, and then if you only start 2 wide receivers, or even if you start 3 wide receivers and you have a flex, I circle back to Gibson as your third best player. If you only start 2 wide receivers, I go Gibson over obviously Sky Moore. If you start Sky Moore as your third wide receiver, but you still have a flex, go Gibson. Those are the guys. Appreciate you, good buddy, with your $10 hauler. My man Deckard. Okay, this one is from, let me just see if I missed any. Top Gun, appreciate you with your super chat. I got you on the board here. Iron, I already got Irons out of the way. I got Nick's, McKenzie. Okay, I think I'm caught up there. Start Stafford tonight or Ryan against the Texans. I mean, I can't sit Stafford. I just can't. No, I'm not sitting Stafford. I'm not playing matchups with your number 1 quarterback. Matt Ryan's a backup. He's not a starting quarterback in fantasy. Could he outplay him any given Sunday? Sure. I'm not saying that he can't, but I'm certainly not going to toy around with it. I'm just not. And he's declaring himself good to go. I'm not worried about it at all, bro. I'm not worried about it at all. Mike Evans for St. Brown. What do you think? No, you need more. Mike Evans is higher trade value. Top Gun, you need to get more. Do I like St. Brown quietly as much? I mean, I kind of do, but you can't make that trade. You can't make that trade. We got another $10 plus hauler.
$10 plus super chat.
Alexander with the 20 spot. Appreciate you, Alexander. 1 QB, 2 wide receiver, tight end, running backs. So 1 QB, 1 flex. Burrow, Cousins, Eckler, Swift, ETN, Pierce, Hines, AJ Brown, St. Brown, Hollywood Brown, Mooney, Hopkins, Nico Collins, Waller. What package should I send for Eckler, and what wide receivers would you trade? So you're trying to get Eckler to pair with. Oh, you're trying to see what you could get for Eckler. So if you're trading Eckler away, you've got Swift and ETN. I go after Javonte. I go after ETN. Now, if you go after Javonte, your wide receiver you get in conjunction with Javonte is going to be a lower type guy. Like, could you get Javonte and AJ Brown? Potentially. Could you get Javonte and Diggs? No. Could you get Javonte and Debo? Probably not. Could you get Javonte and Tyreek Hill? Probably not. Can you get an AJ Brown? Yeah, you probably can. You could probably get McLaurin, AJ Brown, DK, St. Brown. those type of guys by trading Eckler down into a running back and wide receiver. Now, if you go ETN, if ETN's the anchor of your trade, you're affording yourself more of a wide receiver bump. ETN and Hill, ETN and Debo, those things are much more possible trading Eckler away because you're getting a second round running back and a second or third round wide receiver for a top 5, top 6 overall player. So if you're making that trade, that's what I would do. Wide receiver anchors. Whenever you're doing a trade, anchor yourself to one player, then ask yourself what more can you get? Because if you anchor yourself to ETN, then you could afford, like I said, a bigger wide receiver. If you want to anchor to a wide receiver in a 2-for-1 trade, or straight up, I mean, it's Jamar Chase or JJ or Kupp for Eckler. And if it's somebody like Diggs or Debo or Tyreek Hill, you do need another player back, at least at the caliber of an ETN. You know, a Damien Pierce. A Damien Pierce and Tyreek Hill for Eckler is a doable trade for if somebody wants to trade and get another player. You have ETN. I'm sorry. I see ETN. You have ETN and Pierce. Can't even use those examples, so you're going to have to go those other routes. But those are good examples for people watching, at least. I mean, look, you've got St. Brown, A.J. Brown, Hollywood Brown, Mooney, Hopkins. I don't know that you need to make a trade, though, to be honest. I would maybe trade ETN, get Pierce, Swift, and Eckler into your lineup if you can start a flex. Trade ETN and Hollywood Brown, ETN and Mooney for one better player being, one of those top 5 wide receivers. So appreciate you, good buddy, good pal. Let's get back to the Super Chats. For anybody waiting on their Super Chat, I literally am going through them. Just be patient with me as we blast through them. Alexander, thank you for that $20 hauler. We've got another one from, let's see here, from Ramirez. Ramirez says, Smitty approved, 10-team PPR, Mahomes from the 9 spot. Javonte, ETN, A.J. Dillon, Mahomes, Chase. So you got like the cousin of the tripod. Mahomes, Javonte, Jamar Chase, very solid. ETN, AJ Dillon, Walker. You got Williams. I assume that's Mike Williams, Gabe Davis, Mooney, Pitts. Oh, I didn't even see Pitts. You know, I'm looking at your team. I'm going, this is an 8. This is a 7 or an 8. I see Pitts after all of that. After Mahomes, Javonte, Jamar Chase, Mike Williams, Gabe Davis, ETN, AJ Dillon. That's an 8 out of 10. Even if you didn't have Pitts, now you have Pitts, 9. 9 out of 10, Smitty approved.
You've just been Smitty approved.
Appreciate you, IG. I'm ending the IG show right now. Wow, what a team, Ramirez. What a team. Unbelievable squad. Now we've got Christian. Who do I sit? Breece, Pollard, Singletary. I'm sitting Singletary if I've got both of those options. I toy around with Singletary over, one of them right now. I mean, because Thursday Night Football's on, but I don't know. I probably don't. I probably try and play it smart. I'm not saying Singletary can't have a big game. Trust your gut. I mean, Breece Hall has almost as much risk as Singletary. Can we get the chat to vote on that one? Guys, would you rather have Breece Hall or Singletary? It's a question to ask. I hate asking it right now because the volume isn't guaranteed yet for Breece Hall. It will be. Be patient with him. That's not a knock on Breece Hall. He's just not there yet. But I kind of feel like I'd rather gamble with Breece Hall in a sharing environment than a Singletary in a sharing environment against a really tough defense. That's kind of the way I'm thinking. Flex A.J. Dilley, Elijah Moore, or Ayuk, or Ramondre. I think Ramondre could get to the point where he becomes this guy, but A.J. Dillon is the guy for now. Got JT, Javonte, Flex, ETN, Dillon, Pierce. Flex, ETN, Dillon, or Pierce. Probably going to go with Pierce myself. I know the matchup's tough, but the dude's going to get legit full-time volume. Not that ETN won't. I think ETN's a crafty play too, but I like both of them. ETN and Pierce, you can't go really wrong. You'd probably lose more sleep having Pierce on the bench and having him go bonkers. You'd be like, I didn't get that week 1 dose of Pierce. Now I'm playing with Pierce all year without the week 1 stat line. It's going to bother you. Oscar, but trust your gut. It's close enough. I have Javonte and Swift and Chase and Cooks for my flex, Pierce or St. Brown. St. Brown's a little safer in PPR. But you can't go wrong, and really you should have both of them in your lineup, Oscar. You should have made a trade. You need to make a trade. You can't be deciding between St. Brown and Pierce. I would get that wrong, 5 times out of 5. It's that tough. It's a 50-50 call. I might sometimes be 6 out of 10, and then other times be, the next 6 times I did, or 10 times I did it, I'd be 5 out of 10. That's a tough call, bro. St. Brown's that good. You need to make a trade. Or you just keep the depth, but you're going to be making the wrong decisions like all the time. Hey, Smitty, rate my team 12-man PPR 8th pick. Dak, Chase, McLaurin, St. Brown, Javonte, Etienne, Schultz, MT, Rashad White. This is a good team, 12 team. Dak, Chase, McLaurin, St. Brown, Williams, Etienne, Schultz. Very, very good. The only Etienne's great. MT. I'd maybe trade MT. And maybe I would explore MT. Try and get Damien Pierce somehow. Especially if he has like a struggling game or something. Or Breece Hall. You could go after Breece Hall using MT. I would do that if this was me. But past that, very good team. There's nothing wrong with that team at all. You could go into battle and look at trades after week 1. A lot of your guys need to have that big game anyway. If I have Burrow as my QB, should I trade away Jefferson and Schultz to get Chase and Waller? No. Keep Jefferson and Schultz. You could argue it, but I would just keep what you got. Don't force it based on a stack. You got a good squad there. Waller also kind of concerns me with injuries and getting up there in age, and it's Schultz season. So, yeah. JJ Chase straight up. I would just keep JJ, bro. You probably have Jamar Chase in enough leagues, I bet, that you want that diversity anyway. 12-man PPR, Lance, Javonte, Etienne, CD, Kmet, Eli Mitchell, Edmonds, Waddle, Deontay. Trade Deontay and Mitchell. Keep Mitchell. Trade Deontay and Edmonds, Waddle and Edmonds for one better player. And you might even be able to reach for a Debo or Tyreek Hill or somebody at that level. Yeah. And that's a great team. Justin Jefferson, CeeDee Lamb, Lance, Javonte, Etienne. You don't even need to make a move. But if you make a move like that and you get a bigger name player, like who's your tight end here? You get a Kyle Pitts using an Edmonds and Waddle and Deontay. I'd trade all 3 of them. With this roster, I'd trade all 3 of those guys for Kyle Pitts just to finish off the lineup like that, bro. I'm crazy, though. I'm crazy like that. That's how I roll. Smitty, you missed my super chat 10 to 15 minutes ago. Landon, I probably did. Let me go look. Landon, I'm trying to get through them, buddy. I will get to it, I promise. I always do. You just got to let me know if I miss anything. Flex AJ Dillon, I got that one. This one, I don't think I got to the 1993 question. Let me get that right there. Romez, I don't know if I got Romez's. Let me throw Romez's right there. Oscar, I think I got to that. Javonte Swift, Chase Cooks, I got to that one. Romez, appreciate you. Don't worry, I'm getting to it, guys. I'm getting to it. Landon's questions right here. Landon, here we go. Here we go, big boy. Smitty, you missed my super chat 10 to 15 minutes ago. Hold on. I'm going to find it, Landon. Hang with me, buddy boy. Hang with me. Roy, I think I got Roy's. I can't decide which wide receiver. Sutton. Okay, I think I got to that one. Zinski, thank you, Zinski. Problem bless. Heating up. I got heating ups. We got the anthem going on. I'm going, bro. I'm going, Landon. Landon, it's better if you ask the question again in that super chat, though, because then I would have seen it for sure. So just to let you know, that would have been probably the better approach on a super. Landon, here we go, Landon. Landon, super chat. Need running back 2, flex, Etienne, Pierce, Hollywood, Gabe Davis. Need running back in 2 flex. Go Gabe Davis, Pierce, and Etienne, and sit Hollywood. Yeah. Thank you. Sorry about the delay on that. Bear says, hey, Smitty, rate my team 12-man, 8th pick, Dak, Chase, McLaurin, St. Brown, Javonte, Etienne, Schultz, MT. I think that's the one I already did. That's a fantastic team. Dak, Chase, McLaurin, St. Brown, unbelievable wide receivers considering you got Javonte, Etienne. You still got Schultz. I like it. Like it a lot. It's a really good team. Hey, Smitty, you skipped my $5 hauler. Germ, I will look for it right now, Germ. Germ, hang tight. Tripod should be Herbert instead of MVP loading. I love Herbert too. Herbert is my number 1 quarterback. A lot of it's about value, though. You know what I mean? It can't be the tripod when Herbert's a 6th round, 7th round pick, and Herbert's a 4th. It's not the same effect. You know what I'm saying? That's why he's on the tripod. Got JT, Javonte, Flex, ETN, Damien Pierce, or ETN. Give me Pierce, but that's me. I think I already answered that one. Shoddy with the super chat. Shoddy, appreciate you, buddy boy. I don't know if you asked a question on top of that. Let me see if I got St. Brown, Thielen. Give me St. Brown.
No.
Give me St. Brown. Miss Smitty at the door. Deckard, appreciate you again, Deckard. Deckard dropping the big holler. Thank you, Deckard. Ryan, Carr, or Cle. Already got that one. Where's Germ? Let me get the Germs. And I got some more super chats. I know they're sitting there for me. Hang tight, hang tight. Noah, thank you, Noah. Thank you, Kyle. Rico, appreciate you, Rico. If I missed anybody else's, please let me know and I'll get to it. Avi, did I get Avi's? Avi's super chat was A-Rob stat line. I got that one. Germ. I don't know. Germ, can you repost it and put like some flexing emojis? You don't have to re-super chat it, but just put some flexing emojis. Any trade scenarios from super chat before? Iron, I need it all in the same question, man, because there's no way I'll try and look for it. $5 hauler from Ron. He says, get ready, get some good luck, everybody. Watching Smitty, so we should kick butt. Appreciate you, Ron. Jacob with a $2 hauler. Good luck, people. Smitty, thanks for your hard work. Thank you, Jacob. Appreciate that super chat, Jacob. Germ, I'm still looking for it, bro. $20 hauler from Caden.
$10 plus super chat.
Caden says, traded away CD and Breece Hall for Javonte and Dotson. See, I like it. I like it. It hurt my team, but now my team is Stafford. Stafford, Lance, Swift, Javonte, Rashad White, JJ, AJ Brown, DK. You could afford it, and I would have done that trade. I would have done that trade too, I think. If Breece Hall ends up being what I think he is right away, kickoff just happened, then we could live to regret that decision if Breece Hall's an absolute maniac, but I mean, I like the trade in general. Another $10 super chat hauler.
$10 plus super chat.
This one is from Anthony. Anthony says, thoughts on this roster: 1 overall, 10 man, 1 point, PPR, 2 wide receivers, 2 flex, 1 quarterback. Kyler, Javonte, Pierce, Lamb, McLaurin, Pitts, Kittle. I don't like the Kittle-Pitts combo because you could have got another player for that lineup, and now Kittle's hurt and all that, but maybe Kittle and Edmonds for one better player. I love the team, though. You still completely crush it. But Kittle and Edmonds for one better player. I don't like trading anybody else. I mean, Edmonds and McLaurin for maybe one big monster wide receiver. That's it. I love JJ. I love Taylor. I'm fine with that team. That's an excellent team. Shoddy with the $2 hauler. Shoddy, appreciate you. Christian, I think I got this one already. I already said I would go. Oh, is this a different question? I mean, the game's already started, so you can't go Singletary. But of the 2 left, I would go Pollard until Breece Hall gets fully unlocked and unleashed, bro. Thank you, Alexander, with that $20 hauler. I'm looking for Germs. Josh Allen running the ball like a little monster that he is. Nick, appreciate you. Germ, where's your question? Looking for your question, Germ. Germ put a bunch of... No, Germ, what's your question with a bunch of flexing emojis so that I can find it? Sorry, Smitty, not trying to spam. Drop Madison or Chark for Nico or James or Singletary with a little rumble. Drop Chark for Nico or Jay White. Wife wants to know, should she hold Sky Moore or drop him for Nico? If you need the wide receiver now, I'd rather have Nico. If you're waiting, Sky Moore might be as good. That's pretty even. Let's see here. Nico or what Jay White are we talking about, bro? Why am I blanking out on who you be referencing here? Nico Chark for Singletary. Singletary's active in this game. I like Nico over Chark. Yes, 100% Shoddy. Appreciate your super chat. Germ, ask your question, Germ. Germ, here it is. Okay. I meant the flexing emoji in the question so I could identify it, but you did it right before, so it's perfect. Eckler, Lamar Jackson, Higgins, Bateman, Eckler, Swift, Knox, Brandon Cooks, Robert Woods, James Cook, Russell Gage. Thank you for that super chat, by the way, Germ. I appreciate you. I'm sorry it took so long to get to you. Smitty approved or take a lap. Bateman, so you got Higgins and Bateman, Lamar Jackson, Eckler, Swift, Knox, Brandon Cooks. No, it's not a take a lap. I think it could use one extra thing, bro. One extra thing, one extra player. Traded Kittle for Knox. Smitty approved absolutely at this point because Kittle's injured. So I love that, bro. I love that. Let's get rid of that spammer there. I think you need to hit that waiver wire hard, Germ. You get the waiver wire guy, boom, you're in the mix, bro. You're in the mix. You're already floating around that top area, but you definitely need to hit that waiver wire. Be that guy. Rashad White. I take Nico or Rashad White. Probably Rashad White if you can afford to not have the wide receiver. You know what I'm saying? This is a $10 hauler. $10 hauler from
$10 plus super chat.
Smitty. Rate my team: Dak, Javonte, Monty, Tyreek, Debo, CD, Lamb, Knox, bench, Ayuk. I love it. Tyreek, Debo, and CD is sick. With Knox, with Javonte. Obviously, I don't love Monty. I get A.J. Dillon in there instead of Monty. But maybe you trade Montgomery and Ayuk for one better player. Is that Zach Moss? Appreciate you all dropping those supers. I think I got a couple more here. Anthony, did I get to this one? Thoughts on this roster? One overall? Yeah, I think I got to that one. That's an absolute amazing team. Caden with the $20 hauler. Appreciate you, Caden. Iron wants to know. Iron wants to know if I have any trade ideas. Iron, oh, here's your team. Perfect. Good timing, Iron. Good timing. My team was Lamb, Adams, Waddle, Moore, Dobbs, Wilson, running backs J.K., Hall, CEH. Yeah, I would trade J.K. and DJ Moore, if that's DJ Moore, for like an ETN in a heartbeat, for a running back of that caliber. I would trade J.K. for Breece Hall in a heartbeat. I would trade DJ Moore for Breece Hall in a heartbeat. I would get that running back in there so you have a little bit better. Oh, you got Breece Hall. ETN. Go after ETN then. There are not a lot of good. Pierce would be another running back to go after. DJ Moore and JK for Pierce. I'd do that in a heartbeat. You got to do that before the games, begin, because no one's going to be trading Pierce, I don't think, after this week. But maybe as a struggling game, who knows? Josh Allen on the scramble, tossing it. Gabe Davis, baby. Gabe Davis looks so good. Gabe Davis looks so good. I'm telling you, like, I put a post out there on Instagram that didn't get good reception. Didn't get a good reception at all. But where I talked about Gabe Davis, it wouldn't surprise me if he's the number one wide receiver in Buffalo. That might mean injury. There's a lot of things that could factor into. But Gabe Davis, he's stronger. He's fast. He's blocking. He breaks off like he is right now. He's just a force. He's an end zone, nose for the end zone type guy. Gabe Davis' season is upon us, and we might be looking at a wide receiver one. We might be looking at, I'm telling you, a fantasy football wide receiver one. This Gabe Davis character is a fantasy football wide receiver one, potentially. This is phenomenal. Josh Allen tossing biscuits into the end zone. Gabe Davis receiving said biscuit in the end zone. Gabe Davis' season is officially underway. He looks like a monster. Congrats to everybody with the Gabe Davis questions today. I'm pretty sure I said Gabe Davis on every account. I'm pretty sure I said Gabe Davis on. I don't think I said another name. If I did, I apologize. But I'm almost positive every single Gabe Davis question that I got asked tonight. We win Gabe Davis. Gabe Davis season is upon us. Woo! 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 Unbelievable. As James says, wow. Wow. That was nice. Or as Matt said, this is what Matt just said. Gabe. Wow. Gabe. Gabe Davis season Yeah, it's look, he's already off to a hot start. It's double-digit Gabe Davis season. Would I trade Kelsey for Swift and Ertz? Yes, I would, in a heartbeat. Do you think I could get Damien Pierce for MT and Khalil Herbert? Probably not, but you could try. Would I add Russell Gage? Absolutely. Would I add Gage and Tolbert? And yes, I'd add all of them, bro. I don't think you're going to get it, but I would add all of them. Thank you for that $5 hauler, by the way. Appreciate you. I would add all those together. We got another $10.
$10 plus super chat.
Rate my team, Dak, Javonte. Oh, they already did this one, right? Yeah. Good. It's a good team. It needs one thing. You need to hit. Your receivers are so good, and with Javonte and Dak and Knox, you do A.J. Dillon. Actually, you have A.J. Dillon. I don't think I saw it the first time, and I almost didn't the second time. A.J. Dillon. Put A.J. Dillon into your lineup over Montgomery. I think I did say that. Your team's amazing. You put Dillon in there. Why is Monty in there? Get Dillon in there. He's the better running back, I think, right now for you on that team, broski. It's a very, very easy call for me. Caden says, love seeing the channel blow up. Big moves. Appreciate you, Caden, to the moon.
To the moon.
Caden with his $20 hauler earlier. Phenomenal. Russian collusion says Smitty got the tripod in a Superflex 9th pick.
The tripod, also likened to pyramids in ancient Egypt, are constructed using Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and Javonte Williams.
Unbelievable, broski. Appreciate you, collusion. Nice job. Thank you for the super chat, Iron. Appreciate that. Thank you, Ron Navy, for the super chat. Appreciate you. Jacob, thank you. Appreciate you. I hope I didn't miss any. Can you guys let me know if I missed any super chats? I'm looking right now to see if I did. 110 of you still in here, but we're probably going to end the live stream and get on over to watching the games. Germ with another super chat. Germ says, trade Bateman and Higgins for who? Appreciate you. Thank you, Germ. Appreciate you. Higgins and Bateman. Trade Bateman and Higgins. Not a lot of people are taking a double wide receiver trade, though. So it's tough. But like Tyreek Hill, if someone needed wide receivers bad, maybe. A.J. Brown, I don't know that that's good enough. I think Higgins is too close to A.J. Brown. But, I mean, to be honest with you, Bateman's not that big of an ad to me. So I would trade that for A.J. Brown. I like A.J. Brown more than Higgins. Some people might like Higgins more than A.J. Brown. I don't think Bateman's a big enough, ad to make me worry. So if you like A.J. Brown like I do, do it. Do it. Running back wise, I don't know that there's a running back in that range. I mean, clearly I'd do this for Debo. I'd do it for Tyreek. I'd do it for anybody that's going to be a wide receiver in round 2. But I would do it for A.J. Brown, who's a borderline wide receiver in round 2. He's more of a wide receiver in round 3. Gabe Davis? Gabe Davis season. I mean, what's going on? What's going on with that? It's Gabe Davis season, people. It's Gabe Davis season. No question about it. No ifs, ands, or buts. No equivocations. No hesitations. Gabe Davis season is upon us. Anthony, I think I got your question. Did I miss anybody's super chat before I end the live stream? ETN or St. Brown? St. Brown's a little safer. Akers didn't get the start tonight. I could have told you that, Slim, and I did tell you that, actually. I told everybody, stay away from Cam Akers. Don't blame you, Jacob, says Shoddy. Shoddy, did I get all your questions answered properly? I always appreciate your super chat, Shoddy. Always ask your question right next to your super chat so that I get it real nice and tight, because sometimes you'll do a $2 hauler, which I totally appreciate, and then you'll ask your question like 7 picks later. Maybe like type it out, cut it, and have it ready. Super chat, and then paste it right after. That would be my advice, Shoddy, so that they're nice and tight. Stafford throwing the ball to a wide open Cooper Kupp. Does a little nice toe tap into the what territory is that? Where are they at? That was a nice little throw. Stafford looks fine. Everybody's freaking out about Stafford. You didn't answer my second question. Much love. Did I get to it though, Bear? Did I finally get to it? Can you please let me know? I think I got to it, Bear, didn't I? Let me know, Bear. I'm watching the chat right now, so you can let me know if I didn't get to it. I'll go search for it. Or you can repost it in real quick. Smitty for flex, Cordell Patterson, or Damien Pierce. Come on, bro. This is tough love. I appreciate Ozzy your super chat, but I mean, come on. Damien Pierce over Cordero Patterson. Ozzy, you know better than this, Ozzy. I've taught you better than this, Ozzy. Damien Pierce over Patterson by a mile. A mile, Ozzy the Great. Yes, Mitty, we are good. Appreciate you. I just wanted to make sure I took care of you, Shotty. I always appreciate you. Now I need to make sure... who is that? Is that Higbee? Now I need to make sure that Bear is taken care of. Bear, can you confirm? Smitty, you missed my second super chat. Should I start Tolbert or Nico? Thank you for posting it in here, Bear, so that I could take care of you properly. Because I want to thank Bear. Bear to the moon. Standing ovation for the Bear. Bear's question is, should I start Tolbert or Nico? I go Nico. I don't think Tolbert's ready to be started yet. I'm not saying he can't go out there and do something. He could. But I'm not ready to trust in him yet until we see it. He's a rookie. Give me the Nico Collins. Run him out there, broski. Run him out there. Appreciate your super chat. Flex one, ETN, Pierce, or Dylan. Give me Pierce, bro. Give me Pierce. It feels a little bit like the Gabe Davis thing right here. You know, it's like people are questioning Gabe Davis. Should I start Gabe Davis? I think I answered every question tonight, Gabe Davis. We got people questioning Gabe Davis. Questioning him. Because what, a matchup? You really going to play matchups all year? Does anybody sit their studs because of matchups? I don't. I don't prescribe to it. I don't advise to it. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I don't like the scent of somebody picking a player that is lesser because they have a better matchup. And you're worried about matchup. You're putting a guy like Damien Pierce on the bench because of a matchup. You're questioning your boy Gabe Davis because of a matchup. And Gabe Davis goes out there and does something like this. Scores a touchdown right away. And now you're thinking, why did I doubt Gabe Davis? Don't doubt Gabe Davis. Don't doubt anybody that you draft to be your starter and be your monster. Bear says, thank you, Bear. Bear dropping me the double kiss emojis. Appreciate you, Bear. Bear, you're the man. Okay, I think we're out. So Akers is not the starter, huh? Harris, what have I told you all season long? To stay away from Akers. He's not ready. You can't, when you tear your Achilles tendon, you aren't ready. You aren't ready. You can't possibly be ready. You have no explosion. Reach back and touch your Achilles tendon right above your heel below your calf. It's like a cord, bro. You snap that thing, you have no explosion at all. He's going to be years away from being back to his form. The job won't be there anymore. That's why no running back in the history of the NFL has ever recovered from a torn Achilles tendon and become a top 15 running back. No running back ever has been a top 15 running back after an Achilles tendon tear. Don't count on Akers. Now you can't even trade him. Some people drafted him in round 3, and I screamed with my megaphone for months and said, Cam Akers, are you out of your mind? Round 3? Then it dropped to round 4. Are you out of your mind? Round 4? Round 5? Are you out of your mind? Round 5? It's constant. Out of everything, anytime you drafted Cam Akers as a starter, you're out of your mind. But I've been saying that for only the whole entire offseason. Lance or Winston, probably Lance, bro, even without Kittle. Same for James Robinson. Yeah, people talking about James Robinson. All right, you worried about ETN? Schmitty. But James Robinson's looking pretty good. They say James Robinson's going to have no explosion. And not to mention, it's irrelevant. It's like talking about the hostess or the bus boy when you're trying to evaluate the chef in the kitchen. There's no relevance. ETN's not the running back. He's the weapon. He's the weapon that lines up all over the field. ETN he's not replaceable. He's invaluable. You can't replace ETN. No one's coming in to take ETN's workload. He's special. He's a weapon. I don't even understand when people mention the word James Robinson in the same sentence as ETN in a negative context at all. It's ridiculous. It's a boring conversation. I agree with you, Hoovie. It's one of the most boring conversations I ever have. I'm not even entertained having it. I don't even like answering questions about James Robinson. It's completely unrelated, 100% unrelated to ETN. They're not even correlated. If James Robinson wasn't doing it, I'd request Snoop Connor to take on the same workload so that ETN can continue to do ETN things. I'm out of here. Let's go watch the game. Happy football Thursday, everybody. Go Gabe Davis. Can we get one more round of applause for Gabe Davis? Man is a TD machine. Hold on. Hand off. Nice little run. Are we going to see another Gabe Davis touchdown before I end the stream? That's the only question I have right now. League winners here because we avoided ACL, Achilles injuries. Look, it's just one of a lot of reasons why we were able to do that. Why is there so much spam? People are trying to spam the heck out of the chat today. Thank you, Silver. Silver's on patrol. Hey, Ron, are you still here? Let's catcall Ron. Let's just give him a little catcall.
Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Run the Dawn.
And we need Silver
Rapture.
moderating the chat today.
Dog. You know I'm in there. Just two big dogs standing side by side. That's a Rottweiler and a Pit Bull. You know we're about to get it.
Terry.
He's scary. Terry's on patrol. Terry's on patrol.
Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Run the Dawn.
Josh Allen, nice little dart. Was that Isaiah McKenzie? What a nice little dart pass there by Josh Allen. Josh Allen's looking extra smooth right now. Looking extra smooth. Unbelievable. Just strikes. Just look at this guy. This guy's amazing. I love Josh Allen. Let's go, Joshy. First down. This team looks phenomenal. What defense? What Rams defense? Are you kidding me? The Bills are coming out firing. It's the Bills or the Chargers winning the Super Bowl this year. Plain and simple. I'm sorry. I hate to break it to any NFC fan or whatever. I mean, of course I'm in Arizona. You know, I got high hopes for a lot of NFC teams, but the Bills or it's the Bills versus the Chargers, and whoever wins that game is going to the 2022-2023 NFL Super Bowl. It's decided. It's already decided. Josh Allen's phenomenal. This offense looks like a version of the old Rams spread out attack led by Kurt Warner. Unbelievable. Just unbelievable. Just spread out. Everybody's open. Josh Allen is so good. Everybody's just open. McKenzie pulling in a nice little grab. First and 10. 7-0. Buffalo Bills. 1 minute, 54 seconds left in the first quarter. Josh Allen drops back. Just a little, almost like it was like a, I don't know what kind of pass. Oh my God, Dawson Knox. It looked like he almost tore his ACL on that. Oh my God. That looked like that hurt. He's good. He got up. Doesn't even look like he's bothered by it. But that tackle was that was almost like a horse collar looking. Roughing. Oh, defense. Okay, yep. That looked really bad. There's a horse collar. Yep, horse collar. That's why those things take people out. They're so dangerous. To the knees. Just unbelievable. Come on, Hollins. It's dirty. Dirty play, Hollins. Dawson Knox. You can't stop Dawson Knox. The guy's a millionaire. Can't stop a millionaire. Okay, drop it back. Josh Allen. There it is. Let's just get it to Diggs real quick. Let's just get it to Diggs. Let's get Diggs involved. I can't leave because I want to see what happens here. I'm going to call it. As soon as the touchdown. Yeah, you heard me. As soon as the touchdown scored by the Buffalo Bills on this drive, I'm going to end the live stream. Although they may go to commercial. 59 seconds left. $14, $13. McKenzie. Interception. Interception. McKenzie, what are you doing? It might be Shakir season. What was McKenzie doing on that? Josh Allen doesn't make mistakes. Oh, McKenzie. Oh, he bobbled. Here's McKenzie. This is why you got to put Shakir in, I think. I like McKenzie, but I like Shakir a little bit better. I'm not going to lie, guys. Here's the ball. That's McKenzie catching footballs in the NFL. What's going on? All right. I'm out of here. Appreciate all of you. Shakir season might be underway because that's unacceptable. McKenzie, you're an NFL wide receiver catching footballs from one of the greatest quarterbacks. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. All right. I appreciate you all. I imagine we'll be live tonight talking about football. I can't imagine me not going live to talk a little news with you guys. Get Crowder cooking. get Shakir cooking. All right. I'll see you all later. I'm live Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern. Every single Monday through Friday, which means we'll be back tomorrow. And then I'm live whenever news breaks, baby, because that's how we roll. I'll see you all on the flip side tonight, talking football. Thank you all for the super chats. Appreciate you all. You guys keep the lights on. You keep the show rolling. Without you, I wouldn't be anything. I work for you. Appreciate every single one of your super chats tonight. People are getting burrowed left and right, and people are going to remember it.
Get burrowed. Get lammed.
The stack above all stacks. It's time to drop the pancake emojis in the live chat.
The tripod, also likened to pyramids in ancient...
You know...